almost forgot to turn on my mic. Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. I am Wolfmage1011 and today we are playing some more Final Fantasy XIV, post Endwalker and side stories. We are going to instantly queue up for the 11th circle of Pandemonium and talk to these two. Have a nice look, Mousy. I am most keen to know more of what Arianje's potential solution. In the worst case, I was prepared to offer one of my eyes, but it seems it will not come to that. All are present and accounted for. Excellent. We shall travel to Charlian and then seek the nearby Isle of Hem. Near unto the surface of this isle do rivers of ether converge. The churning energy of this confluence is released by way of geysers. Originally, the Ragnarok was to be powered by aether harvested from the isle, but as well you know, an alternate power source was ultimately found for the vessel. Passage to Ultima Thule to the very limits of existence was facilitated by not less than the strength of the Mother Crystal herself. As such, the Isle of Hem vast ether deposits remain untouched. We may help ourselves to that energy, provided we are able to secure the forum's permission. Yet again, with needing permission. Is nothing straightforward in this world? Such is the nature of politics, I fear, and as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have been officially disbanded, no longer we are a recognized collective, a somewhat disadvantaged position, bureaucratically speaking. Fortunately, however, there is a recognized and respected body upon which we might prevail. The students of Baldesion. Upon arriving in Charlian, let us seek our friends at the Annex. Arianje? Well, Mistress Kryl hath burdens enough of her own. We may be confident she will do her utmost to assist us. When last I came here, it was to deliver my sire's scales. How long ago it seems now. An island literally bustling with aether. That is the sort of paradise boys sent to dream of. Welcome back, Wolfmage. What brings you here today, and in such colorful company? Greetings, Okaja. And on this occasion, we come to seek the students' assistance in a matter of some urgency. In that case, you'll want to speak with Kyle. She's in the main hall, sorting through our archives. There's a visitor with her at the moment, and but it's no one you don't know, so feel free to show yourselves in. Enter the main hall.
Well now, if it isn't two of my dearest friends. As for the other two, I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
Not in this vessel, perhaps. 'Tis I, Vashan. Though, you are welcome to call me Vritra, if you prefer.
Pay me no mind. I merely accompany them.
I pray you forgive us our intrusion. If you are occupied, we shall call again anon.
It's quite all right. We've just finished swapping all our secrets anyway. Erenville occasionally comes and shares the latest Gleaner gossip, you see. From forgotten ruins to mysterious relics, if there's aught that might be of interest to the students, he kindly lets us know.
Alas, I must soon depart on an expedition. As I may be away for an extended period, I wish to give Kryl fair warning. Hence my visit today.
I see. There are specimens that want for procuring, I presume?
No, it isn't guildship business, but rather... homecoming. But enough about me. You have business too, yes? And I'm in the way.
Far from it. As a matter of fact, we should be grateful if you could stay and share your knowledge of the nearby isles with us. We seek a means to travel to the Void. There, a man named Golbez plots to invade our world. A man who even now holds my sister hostage. To that end, we require a great quantity of ether, which we understand may be had on the Isle of Ham. We came in the hope of exploring how it might best be procured.
An invasion from the 13th. Must the stakes always be so dramatic?
You have a knack for finding trouble. If Gleaners collected world-ending crises, you could make quite a name for yourself in our profession. It's true the Isle of Ham is a veritable font of ether, but as it's under the Forum's direct jurisdiction, only a privileged few get to set foot there. I myself haven't.
So if we want to help ourselves to the Isle's ether, we'll need to secure the Forum's permission. Very well. The students of Baldessian recognize your endeavors as combating a grave threat to the world. As representative, I hereby pledge our full assistance. Now that it's official, you may leave the politics and paperwork to me. Our operations remain small, but we shouldn't meet any undue resistance.
We are truly grateful.
If I may. According to the original plan for the Exodus, ether collected from the Isle of Ham was to power the Ark. Art thou perchance familiar with the logistics of this endeavor?
I don't know anything about that, I'm afraid. Nor do I think any gleaner would. You might have better luck asking someone involved with the Ark's construction. Margaret, for instance. She's a researcher in Charley Hamlet. I met with her for a job recently, and she mentioned working on the Ragnarok's propulsion system. You could do worse than to seek her out while awaiting the forum's verdict.
We may well do just that. Our gratitude for thine advice, and may this threat be but a memory upon thy return.
You're quite welcome. Now then, if you'll excuse me.
I best start drafting our petition. Go on and find your researcher. I'll contact you as soon as we've made progress.
Let us leave matters here to Mistress Kryl, and hie ourselves to Labyrinthos.
Labyrinthos. Funny thing, I still haven't unlocked flight in Labyrinthos.
Right then, time to put our best foot forward. Oh. A pity you can't tidy yourself. I should have had Ishtola enchant you when I had the chance. And what have we here? Later, Kryl, later. You've work to do.
Something tells me that letter is important. Otherwise, why would the story point it out? Also, I just realized my talkie icon is broken on stream. Testing 1 2. 1 2 1 2. There we go, it's broken, no longer broken. So we're heading on out to Labyrinthos. Looks like we're heading there. The Gleaner's Wish is what we're gonna do first, as it helps unlock flight. We're gonna continue working on the flight quests for Labyrinthos. Now that we're heading there for reasons. So we're gonna head on over this way. I need to get some more chocobo feed so I can have my chocobo out more. Looks like there's a way out this way. Are you here for the crystals? I hope it does some good for that gleaner. Those folks need all the luck they can get. Lanterns light the way through the darkness, a tool which can mean the difference between life and death. They are synonymous with safe passage, and as such it has become custom in recent days to imbue the crystals inside with the prayers of a more seasoned traveler. And today, that traveler is you. Simply face the crystal and pray for the safety of our traveler to be, if you will. A colleague recently told me about the power of Akasha, a concept taught in Rajatan, and how it reacts to strong emotions. I wonder if this method of praying to a crystal is a manifestation of that power. And, well, that should be it. With luck, your prayers will help guide the Gleaner safely through the perils of his journey. And to return to the Gleaner. Always pet the Torgal when he comes calling. Sierra Gleaner. Do you have a lantern crystal for me? Lantern crystal. You have my thanks. With your prayer fueling its light, I have faith that it will keep me safe until my return. And now I depart for Girabania. I hope your travels are successful as well as mine. And that leaves that possible one? Still missing one in this area. Let me... Nope, that's not it. That is not it. Guess I must have closed it. Labyrinthus is what I need. Yeah, it is right there. Little Lost Troll is what I'm looking for, yep. Looks like the best way to get there is... Oh, Duty Finder is up. Carbuncle is out. And we're gonna fight Elidibus.
I suppose I have Athena to thank for this incarnation. I have long considered how I might stand against you, I admit. In transformation, I present to you my truth. I am Elidibus.
What the? Mousy! Thank you for the raid! We are now in one of the normal raids for Endwalker. Ephemeral Justice, Themis. And God, this music is good. First things first, placing our carbuncle center stage. So it can heal everyone. What the? They left. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for the raid, Mousy. Let me give you a shout out. Let's do this.
My heart quivers in anticipation.
Give everyone a shield.
Will light embrace or darkness consume?
Okay, so that's how that works. So light is out, dark is in. Oh, this is not going good. This is going to be in. What the? Oh, hey, Eddie.
Submit to the emissary's judgment! The balance must needs be maintained.
What do we do here?
Will you be judged worthy to exist? These magics are not for you to wield.
There we go. This time I want to be knocked back. For the third pass. It's not good. Let's see what I get. Light or dark. I am marked with light. I need to go to dark.
Will light embrace or darkness consume? Will you be judged worthy to exist. Now to take your measure.
That is a tank spread.
Power from beyond! I am the emissary, and I shall never die.
I've been marked with dark. I need to be on light.
Now to take your measure.
That's dark. I need to move in. Oh, I misread that. Don't worry.
These magics are not for you to wield.
We need to move out for light.
Will you be judged worthy to exist?
That's a tank spread.
Now to take your measure.
That's a light. I'm gonna need to be out.
For victory!
This boss has very simple mechanics.
Warriors forged in my own image.
So that's dark, that one's light. Meaning we need... Go. Here.
These magics are not for you to wield. Power from beyond!
Get the fuck up.
Will light embrace or darkness consume? For victory!
Nice. Oh, boop. No boop. Blind boop. Flip. Want any of that? Those materials? Yep. Now for the last fight of Pandemonium, after a few cutscenes. The fog has lifted. I knew that Athena's magics magnified the desires of their victims at the expense of Maud Elves, but I never guessed what desire of mine she could exploit. Since the moment we met, I've made plain my interest in you, my desire to understand your nature. I suppose that curiosity extended to how each of us would fare in a match of strength. What is this? Free, then I am no longer needed. Do not look so crestfallen, my friend. These few moments of clarity are more than I could have ever asked for. We need you, Themis. Your work isn't over. You must render judgment. You must render judgment of Athena's actions. Your work isn't over yet. This warmth, your ether? You grasped the fraying strands of my being and timed them together with your own. Nevertheless, I fear that I am here on borrowed time. I only hope that I can see you through the last of our battles. Until then, I will cherish every moment. I am Elidibus, the emissary. As such, it falls upon me to judge Athena, who would disrupt our carefully maintained balance to fulfill her own desires. I swear I shall not waver in this duty. Let us return to Erchthonius and La Habrea. There is much I would share with you before we embark upon our final ascent. I love how this questline lets you see a few of the ancients, including some that you fought against, as just people. Elidibus, aka Themis, La Habrea, and La Habrea's son. The four of us are together once again, though I may not have directly experienced our adventure. My memories make our bonds as real as any other. I surmise Elidibus was constructed with the strength to see your battle done. Yet I fear his ether may not sustain him through another. Themis, it's good to see you. I knew Wolfmage would guide you to our side once again. I'm grateful he had the patience to tolerate my lapse in manners. Athena's hold upon me is broken, and I pledge every moment of my remaining time to seeing that she answers for her deeds. Very good. To that end, I would have you share what you know of her plans. Of course, as I mentioned, Athena possesses a vessel that may serve in the creation of a god. And it is someone Wolfmage knows well, a man by the name of Claudian. By a twist of fate, his body proved to be ideal for Athena's purpose. The creation of a person requires not just body, soul, or memory, but rather all of three. We are made from the memories of our ancient counterparts, etched upon drifting souls and given form through the infusion of ether. We lack a physical body, yet you can see and feel us all the same. Athena is different. She has carved her memories into Claudian's soul while it was still within its body, and thus made both her own. But even she is prone to error. After the Sundering, beings became more fragile in both body and soul, and this difference prevents Athena from realizing the full extent of her desires. So that's why she has turned her sights towards Wolfmage. His uncommon strength rivals even the mightiest of our age. By scrutinizing his feats in battle, Athena aims to deduce the secrets of Wolfmage's prowess and use it to fortify her own vessel. Only then will the culmination of her research be at hand. We must save Claudian. Can't we simply remove Athena's memories from Claudian's body? Then to fight Athena, we must fight Claudian as well. We have to save Claudian. An arduous task, but not impossible. Athena can inscribe herself upon another's soul, but she cannot erase its will. If we awaken Claudian's spirit to the reality of his bondage, he might be compelled to twist his body from Athena's clutches. We still don't know why she chose Claudian, what makes him more suited than anyone else. Although I have never spoken to Claudian, I did witness an incident that may prove relevant. When instructing the vessel to do her bidding, she called it by a familiar name, Ericthonius. What? Why would she? It is as I thought. We'll do some direct hit rate. Why would Athena use my name? More questions and few answers. Hold on, something decided to do something on my computer. More questions and few answers to go around. Our course of action is clear. We must lay Athena low and rescue Claudian, a difficult task to be sure, but one which the present company is more than capable of achieving. A mother's touch. La Habrea would discuss the plan to bring about Athena's end. Themis, you may have just handed us the key to rescuing Claudian. What must we would do? First and foremost, we must confront Athena. She must be made very vulnerable as Elidibus was. Yet our opponent stands on the verge of godhood. As we are now, she would unmake us in an instant. Wolfmage, we have no choice but to place the burden of our fate, and the fate of many more besides, squarely on your shoulders. I trust you have no objections. Objections? No. Concerns? Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Objections? No. Concerns? Yes. Though we know not what form Athena will take, I have faith that your skill will see us through this trial, as it has many times before. And we all appreciate Wolfmage's willingness to fling himself at the unknown. However, we have yet to hear how this will liberate Claudia. I have a plan. Do not trouble yourself over the details. Same goes for you, Wolfmage. You must focus the entirety of your attention on Athena. She will not be easily bested, even by one of your prowess. Then let us trust in La Habrea and prepare for the battle to come. Before we face Athena, I must know if she had never discovered the Oracite, had never fallen under its influence, would she have lived a normal life? Would she have been a mother to me? I've asked myself the same question. Questions with no answers, I fear. Let us put them out of our mind. There is something we must discuss, and I would do so not as La Habrea, but as a father to his son. The 12th circle of Pandemonium. Let's go. The chief keyword in Pandemonium's appetite for godhood has been made only more keen by 12 millennia of slumber, and even her own flesh and blood are not but tools with which to feed her hunger. No sacrifice is too great, no price too high. Athena would see all life extinguished if it brought her even one ilm closer to her ultimate goal. Her wicked ambition can be suffered no longer, so you must journey into Pandemonium's heart and cut out their source. Oh, that would be fun. Hey, Carbuncle. Yeah, I'd like to play together sometime. Pet the Carbuncle. Anyway. Let's see if it's a shorter than 11-minute wait time. If we are, No, it is not. In fact, it's much longer. But yeah, we're going to continue our questing. Let's see. Northern Empty. Labyrinthos, we're going up here. Wait a tick. First. I couldn't stop it due to lag. Okay, we are going to mount up. Let's see what we get. The Whirl. We're gonna head down here and go through his lift. We're going down here. Mount up. And we're gonna go do the last side quest needed in order to unlock flight. Distracted archivist. Little lost troll. The distracted archivist, it seems troubled. Yeah, that would be fun. Oh, dearie me. My sweet snuggles oh, one of the Archon's precious samples has fled. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? My apologies. I'm no Wilny an archivist. The Archon is home to various Archeon is home to various species collected from all across the star, and one such specimen has just escaped. A young troll, to be specific. Oh, I hope he hasn't been set upon by local predators. Listen, I promise to compensate you, so could you please help me retrieve the specimen? My thanks. I will continue my search of this area I'd like you to check the third fa- 33rd facet. Once you've had a comprehensive look about, please meet me at the Archeons to report your findings. That is over there in the tunnels. Ixion! I don't think I was supposed to go up this way, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Do, 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 do. You see no trolls, giant, great or small. Perhaps it's a bit further in. The errant troll is nowhere to be seen. Noel Tots may have had better luck. It's probably faster just to teleport. I see. I was unable to find the specimen either. However, I did meet someone who claimed to have seen it in Mornvale Forest. Let us head there and see if we can track it down. Yes, there can be no doubt. These are Shangle's footprints. I've uncovered the specimen's trail, but it should be close. If you find it under threat from local fauna, you may dispatch it to the assailants. Carbuncle. In fact, I can do this as another Carbuncle class. I seem to have gone the wrong way. it's tiny! Look at how tiny it is! Big Durgan. Oh, I'm so glad you're unharmed. You're all safe now. Come on, let's go home, sweetie. Girlless buffoon. The Archon is under threat. I must do something. We can talk? Do you understand me? Wait, are you able to communicate with him? Incredible, I've never met someone with such a skill before. This bundle of joy was born in Labyrinthos. However, he was abandoned by his mother in quite the state by the time we found him. He possessed remarkable intelligence for one of his kind. We've elected to use him as part of a study into the effects of growing up in an artificial environment. I had seen him making gestures that indicated he needed reading. That he'd been reading the tomes here, but I thought he was just copying those around him. To think he actually understood speech. Though I do wonder exactly why you are able to understand him and I'm not. I'm sort of special. Oh. Really? Oh. I wouldn't have guessed. I Oh. Really? Oh, I wouldn't give to understand him too. Sure. You possess the echo, don't you? I find it difficult to hear the way you're kind do, but I suppose it makes sense that you understand my general statements. I happen to learn of said power from the tomes in the Archeon. Honestly, that buffoon over there is surrounded by a sea of knowledge and he makes no effort to engage with it. At any rate, I'm glad to finally have someone to talk to. As I was saying earlier, the Archeon is in grave danger. Some girlless cleaner managed to bring some weird worms in the in with them during a visit. If we leave them be, they're bound to cause irreparable damage to the materials at the facility. I've tried my best to tell that before, but it was no use. That's why I took a chance and went in search of some of my kind to see if they would help. But you saw how that turned out. Well, what is he saying? Oh dear me. Still, it was most courageous of him to try and solve the issue on his own. Now that we're aware of it, we need to sort out this pest problem at once. Would you mind helping out a little longer? You're the only one who can understand him after all, and he seems moments ahead of us with regards to the situation at hand. Yeah, that's just the echo. Because remember when they stated that during the explanation of the echo, it can cause you to understand beings that normally aren't understood. Minfilia explained this during the start of the game. Hence why we can understand this little beat, but we'll come back to that later. That's a quest line for another time. But now we have flight. Let's see what we get on the Mount Roulette. Amber Drop Chocobo. We're gonna head on over here and do the quest at hand. Arianche? I believe we have found our researcher. Though it is not the first time I have seen it, I remain in awe of this sky's magnificence. Never did it occur to me that such an expansive facsimile was within man's power to create. The first person Norianje asked about our target immediately told us where to go. Is there a place where you do not have allies? Visitors? How delightful. If you require assistance, then ask away. It so happens you've caught me in post-deadline list. Forgive us the abruptness of our inquiry, but 'tis our understanding that thou had charge of the Ragnarok's propulsion system. We should like to know how Aether harvested from the Isle of Hem was to be stored and transported to the Ark. If the disclosure of such information is permitted. Oh, it's no bother at all. We built special tanks that can store Aether just like we can use casks to store wine. Simple, really. Simple, but quite brilliant in construction. They rivaled even crystals for ethereal capacity. A pity we never got to use them. How muddled and how muddled and distant the memory. When Doom's deadline loomed large, we exhausted ourselves from a waist-high mire of work, only to end up pulling chin deep in another. I was the one with the, I was at one with the world. A conduit for the energies of creation. But now I am truly alive. Who would have thought that sleeping in a bed and eating warm meals could make such a difference? 5-year-old, positively functional. I dare say it rivals the thrill of dancing on the edge of a knife's edge of failure. Ha. We are glad for you, quite. On the subject of the Aether tanks, do you know what became of them? What did become of them? For the life of me, I can't seem to remember. Oh, but I do remember someone who might remember. He should be back by now. Just look for the fellow wearing the outfit that screams, "I've been on vacation and you haven't." Very well, we shall seek out this conspicuous colleague of thine. Our sincerest gratitudes, Margaret, and do look after thyself. Come, let us seek out this individual attired in a manner suggestive of recent forlorn. I wonder who this is going to be. Ah, it's over there. Coco Doko Donko. The face that launched the our teeny tiny toy boat. How have you been, Wolf Mage? Able to catch a bit of rest? Well, if I didn't know about the Aether tanks. Well, if I didn't know about the Aether tanks, who in Byragod's name would? Burn right in to me very own workshop. Born right in my very own workshop they were. A pleasure as always, Master Kokol. I trust thy respite proved rejuvenating. And then some, but I won't bore you with the details. At least not without a drink in me. So, why the interest in our little tanks? Pardon me to explain. I see, I see. I think I've got the long and short of it. It goes without saying, but we all owe you more than we can ever repay. If you need our Aether tanks, then they're all at your disposal. There's just one problem. You need the forum's approval to set foot on the Isle of Hem. Were it up to me, you'd be on the next ship out. But that's that lot can wipe their arses until it's in accordance with the can't wipe their arses until it's in accordance with proper procedural motions. You may be assured that my backside is immaculate. The comeback. Polyx by Master Fortunat and Scholarch. What a surprise. Pardon the interruption. The forum has deliberated your position and we decided to deliver our verdict directly. I would hope that the matter of pandemonium has not been overshadowed by other concerns, but that is a discussion for another time. You have been granted special suspension to travel to the Isle of Hem for the purpose of Given that I'm doing the last quest in Pandemonium, I wonder how that will change. We're gonna see immediately.
You have done well to reach the seat of godhood. Now, bear your souls to me.
This song is a bop. Theos, Athena. Every odyssey answers are. Now this is one fight where you don't want to have
that I might become divinity manifest. You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
Right. Yeah, you want to pay attention to her wings.
From nothing, I mold life. You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
Okay, that side, that side, that side. Testify, come take a bite. I agree. Thirsting for war, twisted and broken, and woes left unspoken.
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
As I ascend, pandemonium. Let's see, it's gonna be this one, and then the other one.
Shine brilliant for me!
Manipulate your kind in my image, my chosen one. For you, the time has come, the sun is setting.
To silent vessels, I give voice!
Those are gonna fall away. Nom. If you stand on those, you get bored. Chaos leads.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
So quickly.
This is but a glimpse of a god's strength. Behold such power as you will never wield. From the deepest pit of the seven hells to the pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble! Such a singularly resolute soul. These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
Is the donut going? It's going over here.
Shine brilliant for me!
I got knocked off.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze. Today, my theory shall be proven as fact.
Please don't share that with me.
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation. To silent vessels, I give voice.
I got bored.
Shine brilliant for me! Today, my theory shall be proven as fact.
Whew. Well, I got a bunch of player comments and nice. Countless years I have waited within this shifting crystal. And now, when my dream is finally within reach, you stand in my way. Your dream is not but a selfish ambition, It, its fulfillment would benefit only you. And why, Athena? At the end of this road to godhood, what did you hope to find? It matters not. The fact remains that she worked against the interest of the star. Even so, I would hear her answer. I would know why my mother cast us aside. How unlike you, Aristonius. You were never so inquisitive before. Having struck upon my hypothesis, there is the one thing the wise woman desires. Irreferable proof. My theory was that any true god would see us as we are, imperfect. She would hammer out the flaws and build something greater. To prove this could not but benefit the star, could not but benefit the star, I would give it the perfect steward that it might shine brighter than any other. And you would destroy the lives of already upon it. In that I am no different from our peers. Over the course of eons, how many creations have we wrought? Such creatures could not be usher their inferior predecessors into oblivion. Even without our meddling, nature would take the self-same course. If the destruction of it, if the destination is the same, is it somehow worse to arrive there by the grace of the god? I think not. The oversight made such thoughts irrepressible, perhaps, but it could it have created them from whole cloth. This is Athena's truth. What right have you to pass judgment? You were but a vessel for my masterwork. Your purpose ends there. My only mistake was leaving you possessed of a soul. What are you saying? Poor Icthonius, always the last to arrive at the obvious conclusion. I gave birth to you for a single reason. That you might serve as my tool, and like any tool, I crafted you to suit my needs, that you might accept my essence when the time came. Of course, I also made you more amenable to my demands, and ensured that you would feel a clawing affection for your dear mother. However, it seems that my tinkering was insufficient. My feelings were of your design. You created a boy unable to grasp even the simplest magics, ever hopelessly clinging to his mother's robes, unable to do otherwise. I was doomed from the start. Yet here you are, standing in defiance of her design. You are more than what she made you. I still feel the sting of it, but with pain comes clarity. You ill deserve to wear the mantle of a god. As stubborn as you are witless, if this star will not be mine, then it serves no purpose. She aims to obliterate the ethereal sea and stem the flow of life. She will do no such thing. Before the battle, La Habrea told me that I was the key to finishing this. Though I'm but an illusion, my soul has crossed eons to find its home in another, one whose body Athena has seen fit to purloin as her own. Much of what I once was now resides in him. Should my memories seize this chance to follow suit, they may resound enough to wake his mind. But Athena inhabits him still. What will become of you? I don't know, but if I can rouse his soul, perhaps it will disrupt Athena's hold. It's the best chance we have. My whole life others have looked down upon me, and I've never given up. But I've never given up searching for my purpose. Now I have it. This decision is yours to make, and yours alone. Do as you will, my son. I know you shall make me proud. Erchthodus, do not dare. Stop. No, stop this. Your words hold no sway over me no longer. My life is my own. I found my true family. My power wanes. The vessel rejects me. What's happening? Athena's magic should be important with no body to feel them. Precisely. Athena was the whole sole force holding this space around Pandemonium together. Now it is crumbling. Though little would change if we were to buried here, we cannot let this be Wolf Mage's final resting place. Of all my miscalculations, to think that you would be my undoing, that you would even be capable of defying me. Is there more you would say to me? Or have you decided to return to your dear mother's bosom? Have you brought Claudian back to me? Apologies, but I am only the dregs of your own memory. I could do naught but watch as the evil you've wrought collapses, burying you under its weight. How disappointing, truly useless to the last. But who made me that way? Questions, questions, and more questions. Why did Claudian set out by himself? What did he see? Oh, I hope he wakes up soon. At least on the surface, Professor Claudian appears unharmed. We must wait for him to regain consciousness to judge anything beyond that, I fear. Bahabrea is silent. Although Ericthonius was not but a collection of memories, I know his absence pains you. But he acted with resolve, full aware of the potential consequences. Let us look back on this moment not with sorrow, but with pride. You both are the heroes of the day. Athena's ambition would have swallowed the whole world had you not stemmed their advance. We shall stay here, but both to look over Professor Claudian and to ensure that there are no further disturbances in the Imperial Sea. You should rest, and I will not take no for an answer. We shall stay here and wait for Claudian to regain his senses. Pray rest a while you can. Guided by the past. Bahabrea watches over Claudian with concern. It seems we can do naught but wait. Perhaps we might discuss a matter which has been troubling me. While your colleague Nimgigi was enlightening us with the historical events which led to this era, she slipped the name of one of the Asians, La Habrea. Though she knew the figure only from her research, she was most insistent that there is no evidence connecting the ASEAN to myself. Yet I am aware that this La Habrea used the heart of Sabik to sow chaos throughout your world, and I would be a fool to deny such strong connections between us. You are the only one present who has met the ASEAN in question, so I would ask you directly, are he and I one and the same? Is my fate to work in the shadows and bring about untold destruction? Or him? I see. If you say so, then there is no reason to disbelieve it. These Asians, or Paragons, I'm told, were ruthless in their schemes to rejoin the sundered world. I have heard but a small number of their deeds, and I still find it difficult to comprehend the depths to which they were willing to sink. To choose a path of evil, all for the sake of the star. I admit 'tis a decision I would make under the right circumstances. Although the ages may take their toll, my devotion to my duty will never waver. Paying no heed to to what might be lost. I thought I will treat the heart of Sabik as a mere tool for my own ends, never caring to look beyond the surface. I will unleash forces that I fail to truly comprehend, and remain blissfully fully ignorant of my hypocrisy all the while. It appears Claudian is awake. Well, Mage, I have some faint memories of what transpired. You stood against Athena and won. You were there too. Brea, Ericthonius' memories of you dwell within me still. Though through unyielding discipline, you hoped to forge a son equal to yourself, but the crucible you placed upon him left scars which were loath to heal. Yet you were motivated by Yet you were never motivated by selfishness. All you did was in service to your duty. At least I will hear him no more. Though you may possess Ericthonius' memories, you are not him. In rebirth, you have become someone else entirely, and you belong to this age. As such, I am your enemy, and an enemy does not deserve sympathy. Of course, I would never condone the actions of an Ascian, but you are not him. You are La Brea of the Convocation. You spared no effort in serving us from Athena's machinations. For that you deserve the utmost praise, and my personal thanks. If you insist on deceiving yourself, then so be it. My stance remains unchanged. The most difficult of your trials is behind you, but you may find that Pandemonium has yet to relinquish the last of its secrets. Among them, the identity of Hephaestus' Liberator, who set the very first wheels in motion. There is but one place to find these answers: the past. However, I must insist that you keep silent about Athena's fate. While I doubt it will change the decisions I make, you should not tender us information we could not uncover ourselves. Now that I have said my piece, I shall follow my son's footsteps. These ominous memories will fade to nothing, as was always their fate. Farewell. My time too draws near, but I believe I can stay long enough to see this matter through. You shall journey to the past to seek out the truth of La Habrea's words, yes? Well, Themis myself may have been there to see this encounter. I have the unique opportunity to hear your perspective on the matter. That is, of course, if you will share it with me. I've looked forward to it. I shall take in the ethereal sea one final time as I await your return. And the final quest of the Pandemonium questline is almost done. One moment while I step away to get my blood sugar taken, and I'll be right back. One moment while I text my mom. Okay, I'm back for realsies this time. Let's see. So over this way. And we can head over this way and finish off the quest line for Pandemonium. Gates of Pandemonium. Passage to the hidden compound. Thank you for checking up on us. Did you speak with Hagmon, and the other warders on your way here? The work is long, but we have made great strides to undoing Athena's meddling. Wolfmage, I did not expect to see you again so soon, but 'tis always a joy. You seem quite happy to be here. Let's talk to Hagmon, because it's actually important that you talk to her before this. Oh, you must be Wolfmage. I'm Hagmon, a key warden of Abyssas, but I suspect you may already know that. We did meet once before, after all, though I was not entirely myself at the time. Thanks to you, however, I can rightly say my faculties are mine once more. At present, I am taking stock of the damage done to this facility. Expedient. La Habrea. Wolfmage, truth be told, I thought you would have little reason to ever visit this place again. It seems I was wrong. I'm looking for answers. How neatly, uh, neatly your how neatly you obfuscate your motivations. Do you do you do as you will then? He has gone through the trouble to visit us, so I hardly think courtness is in order. We braved Pandemonium together. Why not at least share with him our progress? I have relinquished control of Pandemonium to La Brea. I was never meant to hold it for long, and now such authority resides in in rightfully in rightful hands. With La Brea's help, we have poured through Athena's research into the hemitheoi. Thus were we able to restore Hegmon's mind and body. Yet there is still much work to be done. Damage to repair, keywords to replace. The tasks are too many to count. But although the path may be long, our progress is steady. I believe we can safely say that Pandemonium will soon function as it did before. Indeed, before we reach that point, however, there are some matters which must be put to rest. One concerns Pandemonium itself, and another is a personal matter. Until they are settled, I cannot move forward. It shall not take long. Lack of resolve caused me to delay, but I have chosen my course. These concerns must be weighty indeed. Do you intend to share your burdens with us? If you would bear witness, then come. Your arrival at this very moment almost beggars belief, but I shall not ask you to leave. I simply ask that you do not interfere, no matter what may happen. Stay here, this will be over soon. Why did you call me here, Master La Habrea? There is still much to be done if the warders are to be freed. You have served within Pandemonium since Athena's time, have you not? That makes you the most senior warder now that Agdistis is gone. As such, you deserve to know a secret few others are privileged to hear, one concerning myself. Separating Hephaestus from myself required removing part of my soul. A necessary sacrifice, but one which comes at no small cost to my natural talent. I am but a shadow of the man I was at the time of my appointment as La Habrea. I could never hope to wield the same magics that Hephaestus used to bind the warders' minds, let alone break their shackles. That tone of defeat does not befit your voice, Master Lahabre. Do not give in to despair. There is no despair, only truth. I do not confide in you to garner cheap sympathy. Hephaestus left behind fascinating research. His conclusion was that in order to transform a vessel into a agmethos, absolute control over their mind was essential. As you well know, the magic used to archive such the magics used to achieve such dominion exploited strong emotions within their victims' hearts. In the case of Hephaestus and Agdistis, their respect for me. Upon slipping his bonds, Hephaestus took steps to throw Pandemonium into chaos. With their attention diverted, Keyword and Warder alike were easily targets. But there was an act that came before. Regardless of Hephaestus' prowess, he could not have won freedom on his own. For long days and nights I pondered who might have released him. I could only conclude that Athena's plans were set in motion long ago when she claimed the mind of one of her admirers. Hegmon, none would question your pride as in your position, your devotion to Pandemonium. But you do not believe I am the one fit to lead it, do you? Your loyalty lies not with my vision for Pandemonium, but Athena's. Master Lahabrea, whatever has spurred this sudden accusation, I assure you there is a proper explanation. What are you doing, Lahabrea? Whoop. Do not approach. As I have already stated, even should I detect Athena's tinkering, I am clearly powerless to dispel it. And so I have come to a decision, one which was made with the best interest of our star in mind. In order to build a better future, I require the strength I have lost. I must embrace these other memories. These are to his memories. Mark well this sight, engrave it upon your very soul. You now bear witness to the true law of Abraham. I could imagine this was an easy choice, but it is done. Is she alive? Yes, and she still remembers this, and she shall remember this lesson well. Athena's puppets no longer, I see. She may yet harbor ill will towards me, but that is a risk I am willing to take. Our star requires a sturdy hand to guide it, and now mine is equal to the task. I can no longer allow pandemonium to divert my focus. Egmone, I would ask you to serve me anew. There is none other more suited to oversee this prison, none other who will take such pride in their work duty. My loyalty to Athena led me to betray you once before. Why would you allow me to keep the prison position of keyword? I require your talents. As I require Ffxiv's. The past is of no consequence. Very well. In honor of our fallen colleague. What? In honor of our fallen colleague, I shall restore this institution to its former glory. La Brea is a self-made lord. He wields his authority without hesitation and thinks not twice once his judgment is sound. Yet he is different from Athena. He thinks only of the betterment of the star, so long as his duty guides him, his actions, he shall not share her fate. And should his conviction ever waver, the emissary will set him back on the proper course. Good. If this is the path he chose to walk, then I will walk it with him. I'll follow our bond to fray no further. I'll allow our bond to fray no further. As his son, I will support him in the days ahead. I would not ask you to say the same, Wolf Mage. You and I stand on peaks separate by vast chasms. Our perspectives shall never align. And never shall one give way to the other, for such is our nature. With that in mind, let us consider any debts between us to be void. Before you leave here, mark well these words. My resolve shall weather loss unfathomable, and yet before no obstacle, and yield before no obstacle. Walk your path with the same conviction. Return to my Lamentorum. And I'm gonna quickly step away because my dinner is ready. I'm gonna go eat, and then we'll continue on. peoples, I have returned from my dinner. Let's head to the quest. That is this way. Oh. Well, that's... Well, that's fortunate timing. Yeah, I know. Ah, you're returned. I should like to hear what you discovered, though I believe your friend has business with us first. There you are, Wolf Mage. While you were away, Demas brought me up to speed on all that happened while I was held prisoner. His story shone light upon any number of questions that were nagging at my conscience, namely those concerning the ethereal signature emitting from as a saw. Doubtless its source was Athena, reaching out as far as she could from her position, ever grasping for someone to take Ericthonius' place, grasping for the body his soul resided in. I wanted to ask, when you first found the crystal, were you unable to hear the memories stored within? Indeed, it was only after reaching research research was well underway that I could hearken to its whispers. Contact with the crystal should have awakened the memories, but the passage of time likely changed Ericthonius' soul in subtle ways. Perhaps ethereal resistance was a gradual process. Ethereal resonance was a gradual process in this case. However, being attuned to Ericthonius exposed you to Athena's voice as well. Doubtless the choice to venture forth to Azazla was not your own. It was Athena's influence working through you. I do recall being strangely fixated on acting alone. I never would have encouraged such recklessness unusually, although the choice was not entirely my own. I am still ashamed of my actions. reflection is how we plant the seeds of growth, though we must not blame ourselves for events out of our control. That the voice in the crystal belongs to the person from which your soul originated not even the most brilliant researcher could come to that conclusion. Your reassurance means more than you know. Thank you. Now, one final matter. It concerns the very crystal whose discovery set this adventure in motion. Perhaps sparked by recent events, a new light began to shone from within it. Steps. From my experience, this may indicate that a new memory has floated to the surface, eager to be observed. For some time, the question of why La Habrea and Ericthonius would leave such a crystal behind in the first place has lingered in the back of my mind. With Ericthonius's memories and the magical talents as are at our disposal, I believe I can make this final memory manifest for us all to behold. Shall we witness it together? I leave this memory for you, the future of our star. The final days have come, and the creation magics we have so relied upon now hasten our downfall. But despair has not yet won out. La Habrea and the others of the convocation are working to stem the chaos which threatens to engulf our star. Their plan requires great sacrifice. Elidibus Themis has already offered to give his life for our salvation. Yet there is another problem which must be dealt with. Pandemonium, wherein are confined our most vicious creations. Even should we survive the final days, it will take time to restore order. If Pandemonium's cells were breached and their prisoners set upon the star, our hard-won peace would be obliterated in an instant. Someone must stay behind to ensure that never happens. With Themis and La Habrea otherwise indisposed, that responsibility falls to me. And that is why I must defy the directive of the convocation. My soul will not be offered to manifest the will of the star, but instead consigned to eternal vigil. I know that in doing so, the final days may take me. I may not live to see my duty upheld. That is why I have resolved to set this crystal adrift in the tides of the underworld. It contains memories of Pandemonium from both my father and I, and shall bear this warning to the future, even if I cannot. I have imbued the crystal with magics that will attract it to my essence. Even should I journey through the underworld and be born anew, the message will reach me. Pandemonium shall not be left unattended. If all else fails, then perhaps another man like my dear friend will come along. One with an almost unnatural ability to pick up this scent of trouble. I wonder where he is now. How many souls has he saved? And how many beasts has he slain since last we met? Alongside my warning, this memory shall carry with a wish. Wolf Mage, may we meet again. Now listen well. If anyone can receives this message, you must come to Pandemonium. Please make haste, I repeat. Well, that dispels any of my last doubts. Thank you for humoring me. And now we come to this. Survived. Yes, the heart of Sabik. The tie that bound Athena's memories to my body, no doubt. When I managed to my senses, I found it on my possession. Now it appears your efforts have left it bereft of memory. No trace remains of Athena. However, its power as Oversight yet remains, and it may prove to be a valuable trove of knowledge in the hands of the right researcher. I feel that fate has left it with me for a reason. I shall take my leave, but on behalf of my colleagues, nay, the entire Star, I thank you both for putting an end to Athena's wickedness. Themis.
I see. Then Hephaestus' story has been laid bare. As has the nature of our mysterious crystal. The questions which led us into Pandemonium are answered, and soon order shall be restored. I too can fade away, unburdened by regret. I could not have reached this point without you, friend. So many revelations. But there are more, if you would dig a little deeper. Elidibus's soul was plucked from the ethereal sea, and from it I was wrought. Surely
Oh, I accidentally
you
skipped some.
deserve what answers I can provide. While my memories of Pandemonium are clear, all else is hazy at
Sure.
best.
Surely you have passing interest in what I remember, in what I feel.
Perhaps Athena made me this way. Or perhaps it is the result of who or what I was before. Still, I can recall vague figures, scenes from my future and your past. At the Crystal Tower's peak, we clash. And later, from that self-same spire, I send you forth into our age, into Elpis. Why do I decide on such a course? Formless as these images are, I cannot say. However, I can hazard a guess. Somewhere within my fragmented memories, I catch a glimpse of our journey into Pandemonium. A glimpse which shows not the path we took or the destination where it led us, yet by its very presence demands that you are required in Elpis. And even if that act is but one link in the chain of events which ends in Atheris' salvation, then this all has meaning. Our time together, every moment, is worthwhile, and I am unburdened by regret. That said, it is possible my motivations become something else entirely. That you would cross this vast expanse in the hopes of being reunited with your allies. A devotion that once would have baffled me. But after having been to the depths of that twisted prison and back, I think I can understand. Now, I have pulled back the curtain as far as I dare. The people of your age call this the Ethereal Sea, a name I quite enjoy, for it teems with life, each star a soul on its journey. And among these uncountable stars, it was yours that crossed my path. For that, I shall be forever grateful. I wish you well on your journey. A journey as long as your star is bright. A journey not bound by the confines of this world or any other.
To answer what you just said, Eddie, yes, we are very close to the end of this quest line. This whole quest line is explaining why he sent you to the past. And the events that led to it. Which is why I strongly recommend people play the normal raid quest lines. Because they tie into the main scenario. Specifically, the Shadowbringers and Endwalker ones. They are such good stories.
How fascinating. The truths that dwell at the edge of sleep. The course of history is set by its victors. It is immutable, and yet... Should this star continue upon its path, look, the light.
This whole quest line explains why you are sent to the past. It is so important to the story that I cannot stress enough how good it is. It irks me that people don't play it. Welcome back, Wolf Mage. I hope you said farewell to Themis for me. Recent events have given me not only a new focus for my research, but also insight into my own origins. Truly, 'tis a gift I could never hope to repay. As La Habre said, I am not Ericthonius, yet I bear a part of him inside me, and I shall do what I can to follow the traces he left behind in the present day. I speak as a spark has been struck in my mind. I am ready to pursue my research with a fervor the likes of which you have I have not had since my youth. Doubtless I shall have need of you in the days and moons ahead. When that time comes, I only hope that you will once again lend me your sound counsel. Until then, you may you farewell. Let's see. Spell speed. And that's the end of the Endwalker side stories. Aside from the quest to unlock light in the final area, I'm not going to be doing any side stories for Endwalker for quite some time. So I hope you enjoyed the last episode of those. Now back to the main scenario quest. Griffin, warp. You gotta fly over there? Actually, let's just teleport. I have not unlocked flight in Ultima Thule yet, no. I plan to do that before I enter Dawn Trail, but not yet. Anyway, let's see what's different from this cutscene, because they were talking about Pandemonium. The face that launched our teeny tiny toy boat. How have you been, Wolfmage? Able to catch a bit of rest? Well, if I didn't know about the Aether tanks, who in Bagrat's name would? Born right in me very own workshop, they were. The pleasure as always, Master Kokol. I trust thy respite proved rejuvenating? And then some, but I won't bore you with the details, at least not without a drink in me. So, why the interest in our little tanks? Permit me to explain. I see. Think I've got the long and short of it. It goes without saying that we all owe you more than we can ever repay. If you need our Aether tanks, then they're at your disposal. There's just one problem. You need the forum's approval to set foot on the Isle of Hem. Were it up to me, you'd be on the next ship out. But that lot can't wipe their arses unless it's in accordance with protocol mentions. You may be assured my backside is immaculate. Alex Thump and Thigh, or Master Fortunat and the Scholars? What a surprise. Pardon the interruption. The forum has deliberated your petition and we decided to deliver our verdict directly. You have been granted special permission to travel to the Isle of Hem for the purpose of the etheric extraction, on one condition. Okay, so he doesn't even mention the pandemonium now, once you've done it. On account of its rich deposit of ether, the Isle of is home to a surge of vicious beasts. We ask that you cull any such creatures you encounter. That's all. Given the vast amount of aether we seek, I expected a far higher price. But believe me, we do not underestimate the value of what you desire. Nay, we simply owe the students of Baldessian and their esteemed collaborators a debt of gratitude, and we felt that expediting your quest was a suitable way to repay it. A debt of gratitude. We have taken the liberty of arranging your passage to the Isle of Ham. Your vessel awaits at Scholars Harbor. Then I'd better get those aether tanks loaded onto an airship. We'll be ready to take them where you need, assuming it's safe. I shall head back to the annex, but should you need anything else, don't hesitate to call. There, Sean? All proceeds apace thus far, and it is thanks to the enduring bonds you have forged. It seems the Forum is like Alize. They help others simply because they want to. That Master Fortunat and Scholars should personally deliver these glad tidings. We must endeavor to repay their faith in us.
Bound for the Isle of Harm. You look like the ones Master Fortuno told me to expect. If you're ready to depart, then so am I. Just say the word.
Is something the matter?
I did recruit one other to our party, but he is late to arrive.
Forgive me my delay.
Thancred? 'Tis good to see you.
If it isn't Varshan. They do grow up so quickly. Urianger tells me we have a host of exciting new tribulations to face. And you must be Zero. I've heard all about your daring do in Garlemald. A pleasure.
Apart from strengthening our company with his redoubtable skill at arms, Thancred may also serve as a mentor in those matters that trouble thee. I speak of the intangible forces which bring souls together. Thancred is possessed of experience both unique and insightful that I am sure he would gladly share with thee. Thou needst but ask.
And I think, given that we just unlocked a dungeon, we just finished the final quest in the side stories, I think that is a good place to stop it for today. Until next time, well, next time we are going to enter the Aether font. I hope you guys enjoyed my stream. I hope you guys stop by again. Till next time, I've been Wolf Mage 1011. I'll see you guys then. Bye!